that the rate increase proposed by Suez, in my opinion, is excessive and will be a job killer, and it's paying for mistakes made by United Water. The cost of those mistakes is now being passed on by Suez to the ratepayer, and I'm strongly opposed to the increase. Since becoming supervisor of the town of Clarkstown in January, I've had the opportunity to speak with many of our residents about the rate increase request. On their behalf, I'm offering their comments. We, the residents of the town of Clarkstown, who are also ratepayers of Suez, know that the cost of living here is making the region unaffordable for many, especially new businesses, seniors, and families. The cost of water and its valuable service cannot rise as dramatically as is scheduled in the proposal. It must be opposed. Let's remember how we got here. Just a little bit of history. Suez, then known as United Water, made a terrible business decision. It pushed ahead with a plan very few people wanted. The people of Rockland County made it abundantly clear. We did not want to drink desalinated water from the polluted Hudson River. United Water had other options, but quickly dismissed them in favor of this ill-conceived plan. It was a blunder right up there with the Ford Edsel and the new Coke. The only difference was that these companies took responsibility for their business decisions and for their mistakes. Suez only dropped this strategy when forced to do so by state regulators. Now they have come to us, looking for us, the people, who told them not to proceed with this plan, looking for relief. This is fundamentally wrong. In 2006, the Public Service Commission introduced the idea of a desalination plant as a potential to fulfill the state demand for a long-term water source for Rockland County. However, the Rockland Water Coalition and our municipalities were able to demonstrate that the need for the plant was based on faulty data, and that United Water's leaky system had room for improvement. Rockland's water future was not as dire as predicted. Suez disregarded this data and began spending money on the plan anyway. Suez now asks for over a 13% rate increase, with more than half of those new profits going towards paying off the cost of its failed desalination plans. Rather than formulating an accelerated repair plan for leaking pipes, Suez met only the bare minimum ordered by the PSC, risking another expensive new supply project for years to come. I recommend the company work with stakeholders and come up with a comprehensive water conservation plan in the near future for an attempt to avoid all of this. Suez should not force the people of Rockland to bear the cost of bad business decisions. They should not be allowed to take the easy way out and ignore other options. While pushing ahead with the desalination plan as they had done, they flaunted the will of the people. Expecting the hardworking people of Rockland County to pay the price for its own incompetence is just wrong. I ask the Public Service Commission to reject this rate hike request and reject it quickly. What I do like in their plan is the effort on conservation and education and repairs to their leaky system that they are proposing. The amount of water that can be saved through these efforts and repairs to the system will inure to the benefit of all. I would encourage these efforts going forward, but I'd like to reiterate my strong opposition to the proposed rate increase on behalf of the people of Clarkstown and Rockland County. One last point. I believe that the added costs and charges that are included in the rate hike request that Suez is passing along to cover its subsidiaries is cause for great concern and should be rejected. Finally, I feel compelled to mention the negative impact that this increase will have on the community. Rockland County is a border community, and the already high cost of living here will have a negative impact upon businesses. It will be a job killer. Moreover, senior citizens and the residents already struggling to remain here will have even greater difficulty going forward if this is approved. The rate hike may have the effect of being the final nail in the coffin for many of Rockland's seniors wishing to stay here but unable to remain because of the high cost of living. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to address the Commission. I encourage you to oppose the rate hike vigorously. Thank you.
Thank you.